Evelyn Price slammed her hands on the kitchen table, tears blurring her vision. Her nephew, Mark, was gloating, waving a legal document that stripped her of her late husband's property. "You're too old to manage anything, Aunt Evelyn," he sneered. The weight of betrayal crushed her heart instantly. She stared at the papers, disbelief and anger coiling inside her. Viewers, this is Evelyn's story. Make sure to subscribe to see how she fights back. Evelyn retreated to her study, her mind racing. Memories of Mark's sly smiles at family gatherings and whispered insults now revealed a pattern. She discovered he had secretly been siphoning funds for years, thinking she'd never notice. Shock turned to simmering resolve. If he thought he could humiliate her, he had miscalculated. Evelyn contacted an old friend, Rosa, who once worked in finance. They examined ledgers and bank statements, uncovering hidden accounts Mark tried to conceal. Each reveal was a punch to Evelyn's chest, but also a spark. The betrayal ran deeper than she imagined. Evelyn realized her revenge would require patience and cunning. Mark threw a lavish party in Evelyn's former home, celebrating his victory. Evelyn attended uninvited, disguised, observing the smug faces. Every laugh and toast fueled her fire. She noticed weaknesses in the household staff who were uncomfortable with Mark's lies. Seeds for subtle sabotage began to form. Her plan was quietly taking shape. Evelyn anonymously contacted the media with hints about Mark's financial misdeeds. A reporter showed up at the party, asking questions Mark couldn't answer. Panic flashed across his face. Evelyn watched from the shadows, satisfaction flickering in her eyes. The first ripple of her revenge struck publicly, but the real game was just starting. Evelyn discovered Mark had a secret lover who also manipulated him. She approached the woman with careful diplomacy, planting doubts and slowly revealing Mark's lies. The woman wavered, unsure whom to trust. Evelyn's strategy of turning his allies into cautious observers had begun. Every reaction she elicited was a small victory. A mysterious anonymous letter arrived at Mark's office, exposing a fake business deal he had orchestrated. Colleagues whispered and rumors spread. Mark's reputation wavered as clients pulled back. Evelyn, from afar, relished his first taste of public consequence. She realized that revenge wasn't only personal, it was social, piercing his entire world. Evelyn visited her old attorney, Mr. Stanton, to check loopholes in Mark's recent acquisitions. They found a technicality that could nullify his control over her property. The law was a sword waiting for her to wield. Evelyn felt power returning, but she knew timing was everything. Patience was part of her strength. Mark tried to humiliate Evelyn at a family dinner, mocking her age and suggesting she was forgetful. Evelyn smiled, unshaken, while subtly planting evidence of his hidden debts on his phone. When he checked it later, panic replaced arrogance. Each clever move was a step toward reclaiming her life, without cruelty, just precise, firm justice. Evelyn discovered Mark had been secretly recording family conversations to manipulate situations. She secretly swapped the files with recordings that revealed his deceit. The next confrontation was explosive. Family members turned on Mark as he stumbled over his lies. Evelyn's revenge was methodical, turning his tools against him, and every reveal brought him closer to isolation. Evelyn anonymously tipped off the authorities about Mark's tax evasion. An investigation began quietly. He received notices that confused him, and his staff whispered in fear. Evelyn felt no joy in law enforcement, only satisfaction in knowing that justice could arrive naturally, exposing him without her direct confrontation. Evelyn found a former business partner of Mark's, Alex, who had been wronged years ago. She facilitated a meeting, revealing just enough truth to unite them. Alex began quietly undermining Mark's ventures. Evelyn orchestrated the pieces, but remained in the shadows. Every ally she subtly recruited became part of her quiet army, building her ultimate comeback. Mark hired a private investigator to find out who was sabotaging him. Evelyn anticipated this and fed him false leads. He wasted money, energy, and credibility following phantom trails. Evelyn smiled quietly. He was blinded by his arrogance, and every misstep he took was orchestrated by her keen observation. Evelyn discovered a hidden clause in Mark's will favoring distant relatives. She approached them, planting seeds of doubt about Mark's handling of the estate. Tensions rose, and soon Mark faced opposition from family members he thought were loyal. Evelyn watched carefully, knowing conflict among them would weaken him further. Evelyn revealed herself at a charity gala where Mark boasted of his power. She exposed small, factual inconsistencies in his public speeches about his wealth. Media attendees whispered and recorded. Mark's composure cracked. Evelyn's presence was subtle yet seismic, the first time he realized she had been everywhere, orchestrating from the shadows. Mark tried to buy loyalty with gifts, including to Evelyn's old friends. She politely accepted nothing but sowed doubt among them about his character. Slowly, his influence dwindled. Evelyn's revenge wasn't about malice, it was about truth, patience, and exposing deceit, allowing others to see the reality for themselves. Evelyn confronted Mark's lover in private, revealing undeniable proof of his manipulation and lies. The lover confronted Mark, leaving him shaken and questioning all his relationships. Evelyn didn't gloat, she stayed calm. Each ripple of truth destabilized him, showing how carefully she had planned every step. Evelyn contacted an old journalist, sharing verified tips about Mark's illegal deals. A minor news article was published, hinting at financial misconduct. The story went viral among their social circles. Mark panicked, unable to refute without revealing deeper corruption. Evelyn's revenge was subtle, public, and inevitable. Evelyn visited the local bank Mark relied on, under a false identity, and inquired about irregularities in his accounts. Her probing led the bank to flag suspicious activities. Mark received calls he didn't understand, scrambling to cover tracks. Evelyn watched the pieces fall into place, each more satisfying than the last. Evelyn's niece, Emma, noticed unusual activity around Mark's properties. Evelyn gently nudged her to question it, providing hints without exposing herself. Emma began investigating, unknowingly aiding Evelyn's plan. Each person Mark trusted was subtly turning against him, orchestrated by Evelyn's quiet intelligence. Mark attempted to discredit Evelyn by spreading rumors about her mental state. Evelyn calmly recorded evidence of his slander. When she revealed the proof publicly, Mark's credibility crumbled further. Every smear he attempted was backfiring, showing Evelyn's strategic brilliance in turning attacks into weapons. Evelyn discovered hidden emails from Mark to corrupt officials. She leaked redacted versions to investigative journalists. The subtle expose hinted at corruption without direct accusation from her, keeping herself safe while causing his panic. Mark's empire started showing cracks under public scrutiny.